news. We're back talking about a favorite country, an immigrant favorite, a top choice for many immigrants, especially from South Asia when they're thinking of moving abroad. This country is Netherlands, lots of labor shortage going on. So today's video is going to be info-packed along with the quickest and the smartest way to move to Netherlands in this year. So make sure you stick around. My name is Nagori and welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time stopping by, thank you so much for doing so. And if you are a regular viewer, thank you for spending time with me yet again. I am a finance professional, also a digital content creator and CEO and founder of Globalogy. At Globalogy, our vision is simple. We believe in careers beyond borders. So you should be able to move from anywhere to chase your career goals. And to make this happen for you, we provide a variety of services like job support, direct job placement, getting you access to special visas and permanent residency applications, and more. More information about how Globalogy can support your career goals is in the description box. Make sure to check it out. And now let's talk Netherlands. I'm going to divide this video in two segments. First, we're just going to talk about regular updates, give you some stats to make you feel comfortable with what we're going to talk about in segment number 2, which is what is the best and probably the smartest way of moving to Netherlands in 2024. This would work for anyone. You do not need any experience whatsoever, so this pathway would really work for anyone. So let's talk segment number 1, which is just giving you some statistics and updates. So we have the government data coming in from 2022. We don't have 2023 yet, but 2022 data says that about 400,000 people, little short of 500,000, moved to Netherlands in 2022. This is significantly up compared to 2021. So keep in mind that 2021 was the boom year after the pandemic. So the 2022 numbers were already significantly up, and it is estimated that the 2023 numbers will come out to be at least 30 to 35% more than where the 2022 numbers stood. And 2024 numbers are to follow trend like 2023. So we're expecting about 500,000 people to be moving to Netherlands in 2023 and in 2024. Now, why is all this happening? It is definitely happening because of the labor shortage that the country is currently seeing. So it is in top 6 countries in Europe which are facing labor shortages. It is said that about 195 occupations in Netherlands are facing labor shortage, and for every 100 people that are in Netherlands and are capable of working, are in the workforce, there are 143 jobs that are open. So for one person, there is actually 1.43 jobs available for one person in Netherlands to do right now. So clearly the labor shortage is crazy. And what is the government doing to tackle it? Well, they have come up with a slew of different policies like tax exemptions, tax breaks, the 30% ruling, which has been in effect for really long. So that's definitely there. But apart from that, the government has started launching newer visas and newer solutions to get more foreign workers in. We're going to talk about one such visa, and I'm going to show you how effective all of this is in today's video. Now, obviously, this is just one visa. There are multiple such visas, more than 10 of these that you can use to move to Netherlands. And we're going to do an in-depth coverage of all of these in our Netherlands Masterclass, which we are having very soon. Our Netherlands Masterclass is happening in the second half of September 2024. This is going to be our 3rd year of doing it. Every masterclass has multiple mentors, at least 4 from a particular country who are living there on work visa sponsorship, and they give you a lot of insights, including who's hiring, resume tips, networking tips, and cost of living, answering all your questions. So all of that is also covered. We also share a lot of secret tools for you guys to use. So it's definitely, one of our most loved masterclasses, a lot of success stories that come out of it as well. I'm going to throw up some success stories on the screen and attach a link to our Netherlands Masterclass that's happening really soon. So hope to see you there. Now let's get to business and talk about, what's the visa that I'm talking about today. So this one's called Residence Permit for Essential Startup Personnel. This is, very nicely written on a blog on it. So you can see it is a September 2023 blog by us, by Globalogy. Obviously how Netherlands is a stunning international innovation center and a lot of tech hubs are coming out of Amsterdam. That's what Amsterdam wants to be, the best tech place for any tech company to be in. So this visa was launched in June 2021, and it was a pilot project because it was launched so close to the pandemic. It really did not take off until 2023. And it is a residence permit for startup personnel. So it's not for an investor, it is for an employee of a startup. It is a pilot. It will continue to run from 2021 to 2025. So it is definitely in place until next year, and it will be evaluated after that that. Now, if you get selected in this pilot, you get a work visa for about 4 to 5 years. And at the end of it, you are eligible to apply for a permanent residency, which is like a long-term residence permit. You are able to apply for that. So your goal should be to get into this pool before June 1st, 2025. A lot of people think that, the visa is going to be valid till June 1st, 2025, and that's not true. It is a pilot. The visa will be valid for 4 or 5 years. But yeah, for now, the pool is only valid till 2025. In my opinion, I think because of the booming tech scene in Amsterdam, I really think they're going to extend it. But who knows? Can't predict the future. Whenever that happens, we'll come and revisit this video. But for now, we know that it is till 2025. So what is this permit exactly for? It is for startups to hire people that they really need because, clearly they need foreign talent to join Dutch startups, and you can submit your application and get through. Now, there are some requirements of this permit. So you must be a specialist in a certain area. Now, there is no work experience requirement as such, but you must have an employment contract. There's also an income requirement that you have to meet, and you must at least have 1% ownership stake in the business. So great for you because you have income and you have ownership stake. Now, you must also have a passport and you must not have any criminal history whatsoever. If you are from a certain country which is in their TB jurisdiction, you could be asked to take a TB test. But obviously, it is not for everyone. It could be for some applicants that are coming from certain countries. The initial application would cost you around 350 euros. Now, don't get confused with the comma, because in Europe, if you worked and dealt with them, you'll realize that they use the comma and decimal the opposite way that we do. And where they use decimals, it's basically comma. I know it's a little confusing. Every time I go to Quebec, I am like, what? Like, are you guys going to charge me thousands of dollars? And I'm like, no, this is the Euro style. So they're putting the comma front and like decimal later. Just semantics. Now, how do you go about looking for companies that can hire you? So there is a very lovely website. It's called Welcome to NL. Let's go onto this website and you will see like it is meant for foreign workers. You can see it welcomes international recruits with its open arms, and it's continually ranked a great place to live in. A lot of info on this website. You can go ahead, feel free to read it. If you want to know what's important, join us in our Netherlands Masterclass and we'll discuss that. But let's look at the startup page. So quite a few interesting, data points, but you can see that what started as a 10 billion industry in 2015 is now valued at 73 billion euros. So clearly this industry has grown quite a bit. And they also give you some of their star players named like Booking.com. I'm sure you've heard of it. TomTom, and a couple of other success stories as well. And they also give you why should a startup be based in Netherlands. So, quite a few interesting anecdotes for you to read. I was particularly impressed by the stories that they share. I'm biased again. Really sorry, but this seems to be a very South Asian name. So I was like, oh, that's cool. So many people from, different parts of the world can just basically move in. And then you can read about the residence permit here as well. And if you want a startup visa, there's more info, all of that. Now, if you remember our conversation about the residence permit for essential startup personnel, the one requirement is that you must have a job. So how do you do that? And my favorite way of doing that is to go to the public registry of registered sponsors. Most countries don't maintain this data. Basically, these are companies that have a license to sponsor foreign workers. And in Netherlands, the list right now is more than 8,000 companies that can sponsor. This is publicly available. It's for free. You can use it. You don't want to apply to startups, that's also fine. You can apply to other companies. All of these have an active license to sponsor foreign workers. I'm just suggesting the residence permit visa for a startup personnel because it's easier to get. It's a pilot. The requirements are lower. But if you don't qualify for that, then definitely use this list and find opportunities elsewhere. So here it is, public registered recognized sponsors. This is for HSM, so labor and highly skilled migrants. You can go here, and then this is the list, just never-ending list. You can keep looking, it's not going to end. So this is definitely a great resource to use and one of the best ways. Now, how can you look at this list and find jobs that you were looking for, like finding jobs with startups? So while there's a direct and simple way of doing it, I'm going to cover that in the masterclass. I am leaving a free resource here, though you can use this as well. I won't say it's as effective as the direct way of doing it, obviously, because that consolidates all the jobs. But this is also pretty effective. So just go on to your search engine or Google, whatever you're using, and then type top startups in Amsterdam. Now, this will give you a list of all the top startups. And the first one that I see is Bunk. I know that they are hiring quite a bit. and just go and search for them. Now, if you do find them on the public register for sponsors, then you can just go to their website, go to the career portal, and then look for the kind of jobs that are available. So here I am on the Bunk website. This is just an example. And then going on to jobs, and then you can see there are like 72 jobs available. Now, because I know that Bunk is a top startup in Amsterdam, and because they have a permit to sponsor foreign workers, I'm pretty sure that they'll be fine with hiring foreigners. So quite a few opportunities in Amsterdam. You might just want to like check the cities and then go. So let's look at Amsterdam. Clearly there are like 30 jobs that are open. See what would work for you and apply for that. Oh, I like this international expansion intern. Ooh, that seems like a nice thing. And you can see that, they are looking for mostly English. So just so that you know, startups are always mostly looking for English because they're trying to raise funding. And if you're trying to raise funding, you can't really do that in your local language only. Like you need a common language that is spoken across the globe, and English tends to be a winner in that. That's why knowing English is a must at most startups. And that's why if you are an English speaker, you should always target startups. So that's that. Netherlands is a great place to move to in 2024 or 2025. The data says that they will still be looking at about 500,000 people, at least in both these years, to move in and help their workforce. So definitely a great time to think about Netherlands, and definitely quite a few visas available for you to explore. This is just, like I said, one visa and one way to access how to get to these visas. We're going to cover all the other strategies in our masterclass. Check the description box and the pinned comment for that. And if you want more such videos around Netherlands or any other country, let me know that in the comments as well, because I always look through your comments and then I'm like, okay, maybe I'll use this to curate my content. So I only want to make content that interests you guys, and that's why your feedback is warranted. I'll see you in my next video, and hopefully live in my Netherlands masterclass, or maybe as one of the GlobalLogy subscribers if you are taking up one of our services. Promise to see you somewhere sometime really soon. But until we meet again, you take care of yourself. Stay safe. Namaste.